G'day Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on pickleball.com, preview of MLP Washington DC by author Jim Kloss. The next stop for the pros is in Washington DC for the second MLP Major League Pickleball event. It begins today, June 13, with Challenger play and June 14 for Premier matches. There are a total of 17 Premier matches over the course of the 3 days. Carolina, formerly Seattle, and Utah will be in action for the first time. They will be joined by 5 other teams. Let's take a look at each of the 3 days and preview the interesting matches. Number 1, Friday gives us a first look at Ben John's team. Carolina and Utah will both get their first action in DC, with Utah playing 4 matches and Carolina 5. The opening match on Friday is Utah against Texas. Texas features Kwong Duong, Pablo Tellez, Etta Wright, and Tina Pisnik. They had a so-so performance at MLP Atlanta. I expect Texas to get off to a good start against Utah. Tyler Loon, Jay DeVilliers, Callie Smith, Alex Truong. Although Utah is not the pushover that some people think. Carolina, Ben Johns, Colin Johns, Andrea Coop, Jesse Irvine start off with New York. Jack Sock, CJ Klinger, Leah Jansen, Jackie Kawamoto. Carolina will be the favourite in that first match, with Carolina's strategy obviously being to look to Ben Johns to get 2 wins and hope for a third win in either women's doubles or Colin Johns mixed match. MLP DC is a big event for New York. They only scored 4 points in 3 matches in Atlanta. New York likely needs to net at least 10 points in DC to remain in the hunt for a playoff spot. I do not expect NY to get 10 points in DC, and they could well be in a poor position going forward once MLP DC wraps up. Dallas and DC are both in action twice on Friday. Dallas, JW Johnson, Augie Guh, Georgia Johnson, Tyra Black grabbed 7 points in Atlanta from 4 matches. Not a bad performance, but certainly disappointing when it appeared they were going to get at least 9 to 10 points. Dallas will have 2 winnable matches on Friday, facing Carolina and then New York. DC, James Ignatowicz, Deckel Barr, Rachel Rohrbacher, Elise Jones, netted 8 points in 4 matches in Atlanta, and thus sit in second place overall. DC plays 2 matches each day in their hometown, and as they will have played the most matches of any team after MLP DC concludes, the DC team will want to be in the lead or close to it in overall points after this event. But 5 of the 6 DC matches are against high-quality teams, so DC will not have an easy time. Number 2, Saturday is Jack Sock Day. MLP DC only has 4 matches on Saturday, but 2 will feature top fan favourite Jack Sock and his New York team. Win or lose, Sock is must-see pickleball. New York will play back-to-back matches, first against St. Louis, Hayden Patrick, Gabe Tardio, Anna Bright, Kate Fay, and then DC. St. Louis emerged from MLP Atlanta in first place, grabbing 12 points from 5 matches. St. Louis will be a big favourite against New York. St. Louis may well leave DC with half of the points they will need to snag a playoff spot, even though they will have played only 1/3 of their matches. If St. Louis plays as well in DC as they did in Atlanta, they will be hard to stop from grabbing one of the 2 playoff byes. Saturday will be big for the DC team as well. DC faces New York and then Dallas. DC defeated Dallas 3-1 in Atlanta, so Dallas will be looking to avenge that close loss. The DC-Dallas matchup ends play on Saturday, but will be a match worth waiting to see. I expect both teams to make the playoffs, and this match could be a playoff preview. 3, Sunday is packed with good matches. Sunday is the 3rd and final day of MLP DC, but has the most matches with 7. The day starts off with Utah and New York. This should be a fun match to watch, although I do not see either team as playoff caliber. That match does provide Utah with its best chance to score a win. League leader St. Louis is in action twice on Sunday, facing DC and Carolina. Both matches should be close and competitive, as I expect all 3 of these teams to make the playoffs. St. Louis versus Carolina gives us the best player, Ben Johns, against the most valuable MLP player, Anna Bright. So that match alone is worth the price of admission. In other action, the day will end with Texas against Dallas. Dallas won this matchup in Atlanta 3-1, but these teams are closely matched. It should be an excellent match to close MLP DC and could very well be decided by a dream breaker. For final thoughts, with MLP DC being the second event, we should start to see some teams separating themselves from the pack, either in a positive or negative direction. Pressure is on New York, as they will have played almost half their season once MLP DC is over. If they leave DC with less than 10 overall points, they will have little chance to make the playoffs. St. Louis, DC, Dallas, and Texas all need solid performances to stay on track for a playoff berth. Carolina will look to put up a solid 8+ points to get off to a good start to their season. The final team, Utah, enters with low expectations. If Utah can get as many as just 5 points from MLP DC, they will have surprised people. Thanks ever so much for making it this far into the update. Please be sure to hit subscribe and like, comment, and rate on the platform you're watching or listening to it on, so this and future episodes can be found by and shared with other fellow pickleballers. Second thing to know, as shared on the APP.global for the APP Tour, APP taps industry leaders to shape future of officiating. The Association of Pickleball Players, APP, announced today the leadership of 2 prominent partners to shape the future of the organisation's officiating and best-in-class referee training at the international level. Byron Frezzo will counsel the organisation as Director of International Referee Training, while long-time APP referee Mike Baumgartner steps in to support as Director of Officiating. Byron Frezzo has championed the APP since day one as one of our most steadfast supporters, APP founder Ken Herman said. He's the best at what he does, and I am thrilled that he will lead the charge as we develop continued referee education on a global level. Meanwhile, Mike Baumgartner has proven himself as one of the APP head referees this past year. He has the respect and credibility of all USA pickleball referees, and I am delighted to have his support as we build on Byron's momentum for our officiating. A seasoned pickleball industry veteran, Frezzo brings a wealth of experience to counsel the APP on international referee training. He brings his experience as the APP's Director of Officials, more than 12 years of pickleball referee experience, and his accolades as a 5.0 rated player. In his previous capacity, Frezzo also supported referees during all APP tournaments, where he managed player behaviour and ensured adequate officiating coverage. Frezzo's success on the court, coupled with his extensive experience as a referee, uniquely positions him to provide education, mentorship, and training to international referees as the sport continues to grow on a global stage. My goal is to empower referees to excel in their roles and contribute positively to the growth of pickleball on a global scale, said Frezzo. I am committed to providing education, mentorship, and training to international referees to enhance their skills and contribute positively to the growth of the sport within the APP. Baumgartner brings more than 5 years of APP officiating experience and credibility as a USA Pickleball certified referee. He has overseen some of the highest profile matches in professional pickleball, including serving as lead referee on centre court at the 2022 USA Pickleball National Championships and as head referee for several APP Tour stops. While managing the APP's officiating, Baumgartner will support all aspects of refereeing at APP Tour events, including ensuring referees have necessary support and resources, reviewing and standardising best practices, and collaborating with APP tournament operations to ensure world-class experiences for all players. I am honoured and humbled to expand my officiating role with the APP Tour, Baumgartner said. The opportunity to work with the incredible APP staff, as well as the hardworking, dedicated and professional referees to produce a high-quality event for pros and amateurs alike is thrilling. I look forward to the endless possibilities that lie ahead for this amazing sport and where the APP Tour will take it. Third thing to know, as shared on the dinkpickleball.com, Dink the Vote, President Joe Biden launches Pickleball Initiative. Dink the Vote. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it as the once popular Rock the Vote campaign from the 1990s, but President Joe Biden is hoping it will win him a few extra votes come November. President Biden's re-election campaign unveiled a new initiative on Tuesday aimed at engaging seniors through various events, including bingo and pickleball. The program, aptly named Seniors for Biden-Harris, is designed to mobilise senior voters nationwide with a particular emphasis on key battleground states. In its launch this week, the campaign has organised a series of events tailored to senior interests. These include a pickleball tournament in Virginia, a bingo night in Arizona, a pancake breakfast in Georgia, and a phone bank event featuring second gentleman Doug Emhoff in New Hampshire. Paddles up!